let's just be real for a minute. How are you feeling really? Are you tired? Does it feel like everything you're trying just isn't working? Like life has gotten really, really heavy? If you're nodding along, then stick with me, because what we're about to talk about is for you.
Maybe it's a career thing. You've hit a plateau, a big project went south, or you just don't have that fire you used to. You know that feeling, right? Like you're spinning your wheels but going absolutely nowhere. It's frustrating.
And let's not sugarcoat it. Sometimes it feels like you're literally walking through hell. It's this intense, exhausting, and honestly pretty lonely struggle. And it's so important to just acknowledge that. This is tough. Which brings me to this powerful, almost brutally simple piece of advice. If you're going through hell, keep going. Now, this isn't about pretending the fire isn't hot. It's a strategy. Because think about it. Stopping in the middle of hell, that doesn't put the fire out. It just means you're stuck in it. The only way out is through. So let's really unpack that feeling. What does it actually mean to be in hell? And what does keep going look like for you right now? It all comes down to a major shift in how you see the pain you're in. Here's the absolute key. What you're experiencing is a phase. It's not a destination. It's a rough patch on a much, much longer road. The minute you start thinking this is the end of the road, you're trapped. But if you see it for what it is, a temporary phase, you give yourself the power to walk right through it.
Okay, but if it's just a phase, why does it feel so permanent, so hopeless? Well, there's a reason for that. Our brains have a funny way of setting a trap for us when things get tough. When we're stressed, our mind does three things that create this perfect storm of misery. First, it overthinks everything. Second, it's like it puts on negative goggles and it can only see what's wrong. And third, it takes all that negativity and projects it onto your future, making it look completely bleak. It's a vicious cycle, and it's what makes a tough time feel like an eternity in hell. And this is exactly why keep walking is the only answer. Think about it like you're in a long, dark tunnel. If you just stop in the middle, well, you're just standing in the dark, right? But if you keep putting one foot in front of the other, even when you can't see the end, you will eventually walk into the light. You have to. You have to burn this into your brain. No matter what it feels like right now, this situation, this feeling, this struggle, it all has an expiration date. It's not permanent. It cannot and will not last forever. So, here we are. You're at a crossroads, a real turning point, and you have a choice to make. You can stop, dig in your heels, and stay in the pain, or you can decide that this is the moment you grow. And let's be really clear about the cost of stopping. First, your problems don't just magically vanish. Second, your confidence shatters. And third, that fear you're trying to run from, it just gets bigger and stronger. Stopping doesn't solve anything. It just makes the hole deeper. It's one of those universal truths, isn't it? We just don't build strength when things are easy and comfortable. You build muscle by stressing it. You build character by facing challenges. Strength is forged in the fire, not on the beach. So try to reframe this. This pain isn't just happening to you, it's happening for you. This whole ordeal is shaping you. It's building a version of you that is more resilient, more capable, and a heck of a lot stronger than the person who walked into this mess. And think about this. The future version of you is watching what you do right now. Someday, you're going to look back at this moment and tell a story. Is it going to be the story of, that's when it all fell apart and I quit? Or is it going to be, man, that was the hardest time of my life, but I got through it and it made me who I am? All right, enough about the why. Let's get into the how. How do you actually keep moving when your mind and body are screaming at you to just stop? Here's a simple, practical plan. Look, we're not talking about some massive, heroic leap. It all boils down to 4 manageable things. 1, just take one tiny step. 2, focus only on what you can actually control. 3, talk to somebody. And 4, repeat after me. This is temporary. Let's really zero in on that first one because it's the game changer. Stop looking at the whole overwhelming mountain. Your only job is to ask one simple question. What is the next possible small step I can take right now? That's it. Send one email, tidy your desk, make one call. Small progress is what builds momentum. And next, let go of the things you can't control. You can't control the market or what your boss thinks or what happened yesterday. But you know what you can control? Your effort, your attitude, and your next action. Pour all your energy into those three things. Okay, let's land the plane here with a final reality check. Life is in constant motion. Nothing stays the same. Not the good times, and thankfully not the bad times. Change is the only guarantee.
So I need you to hear this loud and clear. You are not stuck. You are not broken. You are just in a difficult chapter of a much larger book. That's all this is.
And the beautiful thing about chapters, they end. The page always turns. This isn't the end of your story. It's just the part of the story where the hero gets tested. Because I promise you, one day, you will look back on this moment with total clarity, and you will realize that this period of difficulty, it didn't destroy you, it was the very thing that built you. So I'll leave you with this. Years from now, when you're telling the story of your life, what are you going to say about this moment right here? Because what you do next, that's the answer. Now, keep going.